Fucking amazing.
Are we live? Are we
Well,
operating? What are we doing?
after that amazing story, I think we'll hit it there. Seeing as YouTube bushwhackers are back in and back. Oh, it feels like it's been a lifetime since we've actually put a show together. Here we are.
Missed it. I've missed it.
Jokes were shooting Gemsbok and Waterbuck and all of that fantastic stuff over the weekend. Yep. What else has been happening? Rock, you've watched all the fights up to date. So what's going down, dude?
Yeah, Warren and I spoke about the UFC for 2.5 minutes yesterday.
just because Blitz Bulletin had our son's knockout of the Chirico on the run. And we're like, oh, that's epic. And then cheers. And then we spoke about Chikatsi TKing
Barboza, yeah. That was a weird one because it was like you've obviously seen the blueprint on how to beat Edson Barboza, and it's just pressure him until he can't get anything off. And it was like a really slow start to some degree, and then like I think Chikatse obviously felt a bit of power and was like, no.
Chikatse's a high level striker though. I mean, he was in Glory and
he just looks so weird. It's like Daniel Rodriguez. He just looks so. I don't know, man. It looks awkward. It's hell of effective, but it just looks a bit awkward. It's
Daniel Rodriguez is like my spirit animal. I mean, that guy. That corner moment with flipping Joe Schilling where it says where he refers to time on LSD. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that's epic.
Just gets out there and wrecks dudes. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I did. But that must be. I mean, that must be like the end of Edson's. Like any hope of ever being in the title picture. I mean, that must be the end of it now.
No, for sure. It's like cool. We know you're in another weight class, but it's done now.
Yeah,
it's over.
He just can't hang with like the top 3 or 4 of every division. Like he gets like to that like top 5 realm, and he just like literally can't hang with those guys.
Yeah, I think it's like a mental thing though as well. It's like Marlon Moraes. He just gets to a spot and it's just too much quit in there. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
What else has been happening? You salty sea dogs or bush dogs, should we say? What's been going down? It has been a bit quiet, eh? Rourke's getting ready for a fight. Warren's getting ready for a fight. The return.
Well, the return of the king.
Yeah, it's Warren. I was explaining. Who was I explaining this to? I was like, shit got very real. Warren changed his name on Instagram to Warren King BJJ. So the MMA dream is officially over. It's done.
Yeah. MMA dream was over long ago.
There was always hope.
Yeah, nothing's impossible.
When's Rourke going to fight again?
Yeah, Rourke, when you going to fight again, dude?
Yo. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe sometime in the future, but at the moment...
I was like the other day, so I mean, like, let's.
Yeah, boys, let's get on it. Let's go. Versus looking for some young up and coming talent, bro. I think we should get you on there.
Yeah, I think dispatch some of these jiu-jitsu guys first, and then maybe do that
I'm sure we can still live out that walkout, bro, with the scooter, some decks on the back. While you're out there.
Swerve Tech.
That's out.
Apparently, he's going to be DJing at this event, this jiu-jitsu event coming up.
Absolutely,
we'll have Swerve Tech on the decks.
Absolutely. We're going to need a DJ, bro, surely.
So what? Just between
there's a sound effect for every walkout. Wah, 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 wah. Introducing from.
As far as I know, you're not rolling on that night anyway, Rourke. So why don't you do it?
Yeah.
Burn return.
Burn and return, boy. Oh, classic.
How was
and you, Brew? How's the new shop?
Oh, a lot of questions. Seminar was cool. I don't know if Drickus is ever leaving Durban. I think he's.
I think we might be his best up.
Yeah, I think we might have lost him to the village there.
That's all right. Durban needs it.
Yeah, in Mshlanga. But yeah, man, it was cool. It was like, I honestly, I couldn't stop laughing. I didn't even know Durban could get that cold. To be honest, I arrived there.
What was the temperature,
bro? negative fucking freezing, bro. I don't know what it was, but it was horrible. I still left my house at like 5 a.m. I was like, I probably don't need a jacket. It's probably just going to be humid there anyway. So I was like, let me just take one anyway. Got there, I was like, holy shit, dude, what is going on here? It was like freezing fucking wind, rain. I was like, oh, awesome.
Did you just fly in for the day and fly out again?
Yeah. Just a quick pop in and pop out. You know, life's too busy for a break right now. So just nipped
we
in.
missed you. We missed you out there in the bush.
In the bundos, boy. I grew up with the wild dogs, Bruce. So I would have been a good tracker for you.
The wild dogs.
Don't worry, it was a bit cold there as well.
I'm an understatement, dude.
I'm 0.81% wolf, my man.
You just need to shave that little mustache, and you got a serious Dagestani beard there. You're looking like Khabib in the background.
I've been so tempted to hit the Dagestani, if I'm honest. Every day I'm like, I wonder if I should just do it. You can call me Khabalister.
You're like Khabib from Parkhurst, Jared.
Yeah. Kebab.
Jared.
Yeah. Or Khabibis. But he actually had a mustache in that picture, to be honest.
Yeah, he does, huh? I see that.
One time only.
I saw he signed some contract to be a professional soccer player now.
Yeah, dude. I thought that was a joke, but it's actually a real thing.
Yeah, Man United is looking at him to partner with Ronaldo.
Come on now, bro.
Watch 2024.
It's basically they were like, this dude loves soccer. We love this dude. Let's just sign him, even if he's shit. And at least if we lose, you can just smash people. That'll be fine.
What did you guys think
was it like a first team league team?
No, it's like a third division Russian team, dude. It's not. He's not going to be in the Premier League.
What did you guys think of Woodley versus Paul?
It was great. It was amazing. I loved every second of it. Boy, obviously, I didn't fucking watch that. I can't.
I don't watch 1 second of it. I don't know.
No, I refuse. I wouldn't even look at photos. I don't want to know. I don't care. And like, I especially don't care if someone else lost to this idiot. Like, I can't deal with it anymore. I'm like, how does he keep fucking winning?
Well, you understand how he beat Ben Askren. Ben Askren can't strike at all.
Yes. Ben Askren was also.
How did he beat Woodley?
Ben Askren also had bigger fucking love handles than me at Wayne, bro. Like, it's just.
Yeah, that was intense.
Like, he literally had owned up, didn't train. Everyone was like, oh, he's been training with Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach is like, he was literally here for 1 day and then he left again. That was it. That was it.
Dude, I've been to that wildcard boxing gym and it's quite gnarly, dude. You wouldn't imagine that's like the breeding ground of some of the greatest boxers of all time. It is like there are many gyms in South Africa that would there's many sketchy gyms in South Africa that look better than wildcard. I suppose the only thing that really makes that thing work is the one coach that is there.
Yeah, I guess.
And he's that other guy that's there. I can't remember his name, but yeah, it's like super sketchy. And then you want to go buy like a shirt, you want to go buy like something. You have to walk out the gym, go into the parking lot, walk up another thing. Then you open this door, and it's like a kitchenette, right? And there were boxes of like t-shirts and shit. And then you have to speak to some Hispanic guy about getting a shirt, and then he's just pulling out random shirts out of boxes. You want this one? No. You want this one? No. You want this one? No. It's like, okay, this isn't what I expected, but yeah.
Who do we need to this MMA is now 0-2 against this guy. Who do we put in there to just bury him? We need someone to.
Francis Ngannou.
He won't fight the guys that'll bury him, dude.
What's quite funny, and I mean, I hate to talk about this shit, but what's quite funny here is that all of us thought, okay, Tyron Woodley's going to fucking end this. This dude is substantially bigger than all the people that he fights. Substantially bigger. So it's super hard to knock him out. He's figured that out. What's quite amazing to me is that he's figured out if it's him or his team, whoever's advising him, they're picking out people according to his style that he knows he can beat, which is quite interesting to me. Like it's that's impressive to me. The way that they've been able to structure people that they fight according to how he fights. And I said, okay, Tyron Woodley, most people, Tyron Woodley's going to fuck this dude up. And he didn't, dude. He got outpointed in a boxing fight against a YouTuber, which is astonishing. And what's even more astonishing,
Disney star, come now.
Yeah, dude, a fucking Disney star. And what's even more astonishing is that he's so desperate for the fucking payday of a rematch, he's willing to get a tattoo of fucking I love Jake. I'm like, come on, dude. Like Tyron Woodley might as well go fucking prostitute on the corner of Oxford Street. Like that's disgusting, bro. Like, please don't get the fucking tattoo. Just forget about it. You lost. It's over. You're dead to all of us now. MMA's forgotten, son, and move on, dude. Go back to rap life. I don't know, dude.
But he also picked up Woodley on like a 4-5 losing streak. Someone that's like at the absolute bottom of his career at this stage, like struggling to win, has no confidence. Now is switching combat sports to fight some random oak with all the pressure of if he's the next guy to lose, this guy's going to be the laughing stock.
Yeah,
I think like in retrospect, there was like a lot playing against him, and like you said, Jake Paul's team literally is like handpicking these guys. They're causing animosity between specific people because they know that those are the guys that are going to step up and try and prove him wrong. Like he's not causing animosity between him and John Jones. Like let's be real. He's not causing animosity.
Who's his size?
Yeah, exactly. I mean that's the point. He's not calling out Israel Adesanya. He like knows all the guys that like would really give him a hard time, and he just leaves them alone.
No, for sure, dude. Like it's what does look to me. It does look like that McGregor fight is becoming a reality now. Like I really think it's going to happen. I think it's edging closer. Every time this kid wins, I think that becomes more and more of a reality. And it's a lose-lose for both of them. Connor's can't buy a win. This kid's fucking just making millions. He doesn't really care if he loses, to be honest. Like, I mean, like, yeah, cool, I lost, but I also made fucking $100 million. So I don't really give a shit. So I think he was talking about Jorge Masvidal. I'm like, that's a different story altogether, dude. Zedek will literally bite his gloves off and just beat you. That'll happen.
That fight took place at cruiserweight, which is 200 pounds.
Dude, he's big, dude. That kid is big.
That's quite a lot bigger than where Woodley's used to fighting.
Well, Woodley would fight at 170, but he would definitely walk around somewhere close to 200 pounds. But bearing in mind that kid will be cutting down to 200 pounds as well, dude. I'm sure to some degree. He's big, but he's tall, and he's a big dude.
He didn't look too drawn out at the Waynes, though.
No. And also, why the fuck is there always a robot there? I don't understand. Like, I missed something, bro. And then someone, like today, they revealed, and like, bro, some of the shit is so astonishing. Like Caroline Pierce, who's 18, first fucking biggest hottie on TV, was like, look who's in the robot suit. And they like showed it. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. I have no idea who that is. It was also a very blurry video, but I don't know who it is. And I was like, firstly, why does this guy always have a fucking robot? What is that about? I don't understand. Why is the robot always at the Waynes? It confuses the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Please find a picture of the robot, Rock. It's so confusing. Try and find out why there's a robot. That'd be great. And like Ariel Helwani, bro. Like it's like he just can't get enough of this, bro.
What is Ariel Helwani doing right now? Like, I mean, I know he left ESPN, but he reignited that MMA.
The MMA hour.
MMA hour. Do you think it was just more financially viable for him to do his own thing than to be with ESPN?
Look at this robot. Why does he have a robot? I'm so confused.
And who is the guy inside of it?
Dude, Rock, if you try go onto Twitter and search for Caroline Pierce, honestly, why does this guy have a robot? It's so strange to me. I'm so confused. What were we saying before that?
Activates the problem bot. Oh my goodness.
My God.
Yeah, what the heck?
What did you ask me before that? Can you remember?
No, I was just saying.
Ariel Helwani. Yeah. So he actually came out and explained. He kind of said that it was what he wanted to do, but the relationship with him and Dana was still causing a lot of cuck. He was
I can
like
imagine.
he was explaining like he had to get escorted out of places, and like he wasn't ever really welcome at UFC events, and it was just obviously was strange. Yeah, he's an interesting cat, dude. Very interesting cat, and like he was this because he was the main man here for this fight, and like his tweets were so hectic. Like he was like, "Oh, did I just make the rematch?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's the biggest shit show in combat sport. Like, please just calm down. You're supposed to be like the leading man for journalism, and now you're fucking harping up a YouTube star."
Well, I mean, that's what got him in trouble
it.
with. That's what I got. I mean, I think he had some very questionable ethics, like, and that's what led to his major fallouts with Dana.
Yeah.
You know, like you can understand when the UFC has given information to the media, right?
Yeah.
And they've requested the media keep it silent until they do the actual promo video in the event, and then this like fucking tweeting the information like minutes before the promo event or like an hour before the promo comes on. You can understand their frustration with the guy.
For sure. That was a big one, dude, with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, dude.
I
remember
didn't have
that
to
shit. Do that.
Yeah. I remember that shit clearly, dude. I saw him. I like saw the tweet because I get the notification on my phone, and I was like, "Is this a?" I was like, "Is it a joke?" Because I got caught by someone once. It was actually Jack Slack. He started. I think it was just after that. He started like messing with people. He like would say like breaking news, and he would say this fight's on, or like, but he was like quite sarcastic about it. And then like he would wait for the retweets, and he's like, "Have you guys ever seen me announce a fight?" No. So like just can't. He was just like trying to prove a point. And then Ariel was like, "Brock Lesnar returns," and I was like, "Hmm." And then like a few minutes later, it popped up on the UFC. I was like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, what did he win out of that? He won nothing besides just damaging an already brittle relationship with the UFC. And like, you can say whatever you want about the UFC, but it is the number one fight league in the world.
Sure.
And there's a level of respect you have to give them. And I just think Ariel's always pushed the boundary with them. And I think it's at a point where they're like, we don't give a fuck anymore. And then like you get the pressure from your employer who's trying to like build a good relationship with the UFC. And the UFC doesn't want you around. I'm sure like there's a lot of pressure to move along, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, did I just help facilitate an immediate rematch? Not sure, but that was wild and fun.
But he is like very involved in his own importance, right?
Yeah. Big time, dude. Big time. Very. I had what? You all must have forgot. I had to for the OGs. Okay, Ariel. He's also a massive fan of wrestling and probably believes it to be real. So, there's also that. Oh man, this shit.
Did Tommy Fury dominate in his fight? I mean, he fought another Palooka, right?
Yeah. So I think someone was talking about him fighting Jake Paul as well. They're like, well, why don't we see this happen? Let's make it happen, fellas.
Well, I mean, that's what they're trying to build up right now, right?
Yeah.
There was the banter between the two, and now they put him on the same card as Jake Paul. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
makes no sense. This guy's like 6-0 as a pro boxer fighting absolute tin cans. Like, I mean,
Jake Paul's what 3-0, bro, fighting ex-UFC world champions, boy.
No.
Boxing.
One FC world champion, Bellator world champions, UFC world champions. I mean, he's like the way he's going, he'll have all those titles. You know, like boxing, you always get the belts.
The big thing for me on this kind of a card, I absolutely don't even know who's on the prelims, because I'm like, I automatically assume that if Jake Paul is fighting Tyron Woodley, that the rest of the card is just made up of bullshit. Like, it's not even real.
Yeah,
it's so
no
strange.
Real fights in there.
It's so strange to me.
And then
it's quite interesting how they like, they'll go like on a Sunday night, you know what I mean? Or they'll like avoid all the main fights. They're like, cool, we'll do it on a Sunday night, which shows you, like, he says X and Y about Dana, but he doesn't fuck with that. He's like, I'm not going to have it on a Saturday the same night as UFC, or Friday the same night as a Bellator, you know? then he still knows his place in the industry, which is interesting.
What's madness is that everyone was so hyped up about this Jake Paul fight, and like no one realized that Manny Pacquiao made a return like a couple of days ago.
Against what's his name? He lost, bro. It was pretty.
He lost.
He's also 79 years old.
I know, but you got one of the greatest boxers of all time competing, and no one even knows about it because there's some stupid fucking Disney star fighting a down and out MMA fighter. Right?
Oh, how did they do Manny so dirty with the fedora there, dude? What? you know you're famous when they have to put your signature on your Wikipedia page, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's a signature and a half, eh?
Yeah, my man. Good luck faking that thing.
Good luck faking that one, bro.
Jesus.
Oh, I lost that WBA super welterweight title.
Yeah, dude. Listen, the Cubans don't go there to lose, pal. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that sucks. Eh?
Just how's that record, Bruce? 62, 8-2. My word.
It's unbelievable, actually.
72nd
Most of his
pro
losses
fight.
came at the end, eh?
Yeah.
Nolo Ledwaba.
Where do you fight that guy? Oh, there. Yo.
Ricky Hatton, remember that fight?
Yeah.
Jeez, like it. Everyone was fucking dick riding Ricky Hatton so hard, and then Manny showed them exactly what's cracking.
Hold my Filipino pool cue. Let me show you something.
Was there any other combat sports barring UFC and Triller or whatever it is?
I don't. No, there wasn't Bellator this weekend. No. But there's
That was last weekend.
a shitload of fight announcements. Shitload.
Yeah.
Bucket load. Go to
There's,
to the Instagram.
our boy JP and Cheyenne got some fight news. Who else?
Dude, look at this card, UFC 268.
It's got crazy, dude. Hey, like they just like we're gonna throw all our eggs in one basket for this fight card.
They do
and like
that once in a while, bro.
Every couple of days, like a new crazy fighter added to that thing. There's gonna be like mental fights on the undercard, bro. It's like,
well, even the next card, I think it's the next one. Dan Hooker is fighting Nasrat on the prelims, dude.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like Dan Hooker was one of the 4 oaks in the lightweight title eliminators, and now he's fighting on the prelims. It's like it's craziness, actually.
Rock, go up a little bit, just above the Hitman versus August poster. This is the. Keep going. The next one, yeah, that's the Abu Dhabi fight card. Yeah, go down one.
Down this one.
Yeah, this is the next pay-per-view. I think the one you're opening. No, that's Blackfish versus Texera. I don't know how else to explain this to you, boy. Yeah.
Okay. This one. Nope.
I can't see your mouse. Go up one. Yes, that one. You were just on it. So
is it my computer making that noise?
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything.
Oh, I heard something there. Volkov versus Ortega, Shevchenko versus Lauren Murphy. Rest in peace, Lauren Murphy. Nick Diaz, the GOAT, versus Robbie Lawler.
Warren, aren't you excited for that? Your Diaz friend's returning.
See, I hope Robbie Lawler beats the brakes off of Nick Diaz. I'll be so happy with that.
Blades versus Rosenstruck.
So good.
Old Josino.
Do you think we could ever see? You think we could ever see Nick Diaz versus Nate Diaz?
Yes, of course.
That'd be fun.
It's definitely
for all the money, eh?
Yeah.
Then it's decided because that's the world goat title, right? Winner of that, the goat,
the lineal goat, boy.
First defenses against Artem Lobov.
Artem
retired. Now you have to have respect for Artem. Retired. Like, I mean, he called it a day.
Yeah. And go to the prelims. Click to the next picture. Dashvili versus Marlon Moraes. Dan
That's a
Hooker
great
versus yes, dude. Well,
You got two guys that you got one guy that like pushes the pace for all the fight, and you got one guy that pushes the pace for half of the first round. So it's gonna be madness. It's either gonna be like one-way traffic in a three-round decision, or it's gonna be Davasheti's getting slept.
Yeah, dude. I think that's a long night for Marlon Moraes, dude. I think he's gonna.
Yeah, it's not great.
He's gonna be defending takedowns for like 15 minutes straight.
Unfortunately for Marab, like his style doesn't really like win him like any popularity. So like he's number 11, but he's won so much in the UFC, but he just can't get that break to be like a top 10 or a top 5 guy, just because stylistically, like he's difficult to watch if you're not into like that, like the wrestling
style.
MMA,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I think it's cool to watch him just to see the pace, dude. Like the non-stop pace.
Yeah, dude, he's crazy, dude.
He's wild.
It's like a Clay Guida, like on form.
Yeah, a Clay Guida that can wrestle your face off.
Yeah, it's on like a 6-fight winning streak, and he can't crack the top 10. I mean, he's beaten John Dodson, Cody Stammen, Casey Kenny, like guys that have been like highly regarded, but they just won't give him that top 10.
Well, hopefully, if he gets through Marlon, I'm sure he'll get more top 10 guys, right?
Oh, dude, if he gets through Marlon, he should technically go straight into top 5. Like he should leapfrog all those guys.
Go up,
title content.
Yeah, he's definitely getting close. Go up a little bit. Go to the Usman Covington. This card is wild.
Yes,
Look at this, bro. Go to the next picture.
I hope Usman retires Covington.
Yeah, even though it's an act, it's still annoying enough that you just bro, cool, I don't want to see it anymore.
I can't even like I can't even look at it just to have a laugh. Like I can't deal with it. I'm just okay. It's even worse because you know it's a shtick. So now you're like, dude, everybody knows that this is bullshit. Like, please just stop.
Yeah.
Please, can we just stop it? Please, can you just say whatever you want to say?
At least when Chael Sonnen did it, it was like tactful. It was like well thought out. It was well executed. Like his whole persona is fake, but it's like it's an entertaining nonetheless.
Yeah.
Whereas like Covington is like he's just cringy and it's like poorly executed. His acting is bad. His preparation is terrible. Everything feels forced. It's just so. Like I personally don't watch his fights. I just can't stand him. I'll just avoid watching his fights.
Please go to his Instagram. I feel so bad for the chicks that he hires, dude. You can see they just like check out this one with my bookie one, dude. Check how they're just like cool, just keep smiling, I guess. I don't know. This is so awkward. It's amazing.
Yeah, dude, that's so peculiar.
It's
Do you think he hires hookers or do you think he hires like models?
I don't know, dude.
Because that chick on the right there doesn't seem like she wants him touching him.
No.
Even if you look at his hand, he doesn't even have like a grip on it. And this chick on his right looks like she's trying to get away from him.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like it's not worth the money. It's funny, dude. It's so hectic, bro. Greetings, nerds and virgins. That's what he always says. I'm like, okay, bro. Cool story, dude.
Oh, man, this guy's so full of shit.
Yeah. This is a cringy.
Strange cat, dude. Very strange cat. That being said, bro, he can fight his face off, dude. He's legit.
Oh, yeah, bro. He'd beat the fuck out of me, but I mean, like, it doesn't change how cringy he is, bro.
No, for sure, dude. For sure. But I think that's also like half the gig, though, is to make you forget about his skills, you know? Like, you forget how high level he is by doing all of this cuck.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
You know what we do have coming up, which is more important than all the things we've discussed? Pan Jiu-Jitsu Championships.
Hey.
That's going to be great. High level Jiu-Jitsu is back.
Is there going to be anyone there with a camouflage suit like Colby Covington?
I don't know.
The pans the pans is gi, eh?
Yeah, gi.
Yeah.
And then we got World Nogi in October.
Yeah.
And then we got ADCC qualifiers in September, which there's quite a decent South African contingent going over for that.
Awesome.
So looks like it's going to be a good one.
$110.
$110
to watch.
No, that's to
to
enter.
compete.
I was going to say, come on,
win
now.
a medal.
Flow Grappling surely's got something better for us.
They have
medal,
to pay
to
these
win a
athletes,
medal.
though. IBWF.
Bro,
Pay
Yeah,
these
but-
athletes.
But they are paying at black belt level now. They do the
Okay.
pro league for like $20,000. I wouldn't mind earning like $300K for a professional event.
but also the pans are it's a shitload of competitors.
Yeah.
What's quite cool there, you see, like they've got like an accreditation thing for staff. We're pretty cool to have IBJJF like accreditation and then go and work these kind of events if you can. It'd be a cool thing.
Definitely.
It'd be a very cool thing to do. One thing I will tell you is that South Africans are going fucking nowhere. Not for a long time.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be tough to get into America.
Today they announced that they've found another strain. I'm like, come on now, guys. You guys are just making the shit up as you go now. And how come it's
Apparently
always
there's-
here?
Apparently, there's a vaccine immune strains now as well.
We didn't see that one coming, boy.
Pfizer's saying they'll have a booster shot to cover the new strand within
I'm
6
shocked.
months.
I'm shocked. I think they said 3 months, dude. I'm shocked.
They just add like some what's a home remedy, like some beeswax to the mix, and then
Let me ask you something. How come these things aren't happening in China? How come they're happening here in South Africa? Why is COVID developing in South Africa? Why? Is it our climate? Are we cuck? I don't know. Tell me, bro. I don't understand. Why is it not anywhere else?
You don't understand. Like ourselves in Egypt and Nigeria are meant to be the powerhouses of Africa, right?
Absolutely.
From an economy standpoint, from a development standpoint. But then there's like a whole host of countries in Africa that have got little to no cases in their country.
Just because they don't test, boy.
How did those Mickey Mouse countries manage to do a decent job in containing the situation? And we're just fucking around all the time.
Well, they just stopped testing, boy. There's only COVID if you test. If you don't test, it doesn't exist, my man.
Hey, bro. And then when we don't like something, then we just riot and fucking loot everything.
Yeah, burn it down. No, it's wild. It's so ridiculous. So
you know what I wish someone would burn down?
The
Is
Thule
the
house.
existing master situation.
oh boy, let's do it.
That's how you fix the problem. You just burn it all down, start again.
Yeah, we should point the
from the top.
Never mind. Yeah.
Please be careful what you say.
I must be careful.
No. Rock had something loaded there.
I know. Just remember, your screen's also being recorded, Rock.
Yeah.
No?
I just want to also say
the last time there was a financial issue based on the things you were typing on the screen.
Rock. I just want to point out again at this venture that 99% of the problems on the show originate with Rock, and he's talking or he's searching.
This Oak doesn't give a fuck, right? He's like, someone tells him, hey, you should shoot a Hemsborg. He shoots it, leaves it in the bush. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care.
Jesus, Rock. Unbelievable.
Someone's like, please don't put that on the screen. He doesn't care.
No one put anything on the screen. You just told everyone to burn down Mars.
I know, but I didn't accuse them of anything.
I haven't accused anyone except for the use of these photos.
I just want to say that Warren was definitely not inciting violence. He was just using it as a metaphor for riots we witnessed recently in KZN. That seems the most abrupt and straightforward way to solve problems in South Africa. No. Not necessarily inciting violence, just so you know. Mars is a figurative thing. There's no actual house you can go burn down. So please calm down. Shout out to my friend the master rat who always listens to the show and tells people what we say. I just want to say hi.
Oh man, the same guy that tries to shake my hand at the events. I'm like,
thanks for the views. We appreciate it. Good times. Good times.
What do you even do with that group of people? They can be now. With the new constitution, the leader can stay in power for 4 times 4-year terms, right?
Yes, sir.
16 years that you have to deal with that.
Rourke, what you can Google for us while we're talking about that is which other leaders around the world did such a thing.
Hey, exactly. We're not accusing anyone.
I just want to have a look for a reference point, and which other world-renowned leaders did things like that, like changed constitutions so they could serve longer. I think Rob Mugabe comes to mind.
Yeah, I was about to say the very first person that comes to mind is Rob Mugabe. We saw that ended.
I'm pretty sure.
Gaddafi.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know about Gaddafi. I'm pretty sure Putin probably did something like that once upon a time.
The Kim family.
Stalin, I'm pretty sure did that. I'm pretty sure Stalin was there way longer than he should have been. I'm just saying, just as a point of reference, you know.
It's weird that all of these things have a thing in common, eh?
Lovely.
So there's I see here African leaders who changed laws in order to stay in power.
That's what I'm talking
right?
about.
Number 1, Robert Mugabe, Zimbabwe. Number 2, Teodora Obiang, Equatorial Guinea. I mean, we know what happened there, right? There was literally like a coup that they were trying to do, and then because of what was happening out there. Jose Eduardo dos Santos, Angola.
Yeah, rebel uprising.
Paul Biya, Cameroon. I mean, there's literally a genocide happening in that country at the moment. Like hundreds of thousands of people are dying every year in that country. Okay, then I don't know what's happening in Uganda.
So we're basically the rebel uprising is what you guys are saying right now.
Oh yeah.
Interesting fact that you mentioned Cameroon. It's quite like it's come out quite recently that they were doing a study on Facebook freeletics. Have you seen that shit?
No.
It's pretty mental. So like Facebook goes into African countries and they'll provide like internet infrastructure, but there's no internet. The only internet available is Facebook. That's Facebook. That is it. And like so in Cameroon, from what I understand, there's like a group, let's say like the French speaking and a English speaking part of Cameroon. And the French speaking side on Facebook is like galvanizing people to attack the English speaking people. And the English speaking people don't even know it's happening because they can't understand the language. And like they don't even know why. So all this stuff is just being orchestrated via Facebook. There's something like, I might be saying the name wrong, but it's like Facebook freeletics or whatever. Like 99% of the places where that ends up in like some kind of civil war, or like it's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy.
Rourke.
So don't those yeah, okay.
Sorry, just another one. China has approved the removal of the 2-term limit on the presidency, effectively allowing Jinping to remain in power for life.
Winnie the Pooh staying in power for life.
Don't you dare say that on this show, boy.
China.
Please. He doesn't mean it. China. He doesn't mean it.
One thing saying something about Mars is another thing saying about China, dude. Fuck.
He does though. There's a whole thing about it. Apparently that's what he looks like. Yeah.
Bro, if he's Winnie the Pooh, then the rest of the world is honey, my man. Fuck. That act's not playing games, my man. Have you seen North Korea,
great.
boy? He's bulldog.
Bro, that's a deep rabbit hole to go down, bro.
This is wrong.
North Korea.
I'm so glad that the search is on your computer, not on.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my.
I just laugh at the memes. I'm not saying he does look like that. It's just I'm laughing at what the internet has observed.
The internet's mole.
Don't even get me started on the North Korea.
Look at the one where he's wearing a red suit and they've made him Winnie the Pooh. Can you see it down there?
No, that's too far.
No, go down.
Too far. I can see which one you're pointing at.
Please go there. I want to see it. Yeah, that one.
Oh my goodness.
the internet.
This person has since disappeared. Slipped in the shower. Oh my!
Yeah.
Look at the one
Have
with
you
that man in
seen
yellow. What?
Have you seen Joe Rogan with Yomi Park?
Oh, dude, it's so hard. It's so hard.
It's so hectic to go down that road, dude.
This chick is like 40 kilos.
Yeah, she weighed 80 pounds.
Dude,
she right now doesn't even weigh triple digit pounds.
So wild.
Oh.
She says some pretty intense shit on there, dude.
Yeah, look, after listening to that, what she said was intense. And I believe everything she said. I just think that the way that maybe she's handled it has led to like a lot of criticism of her. And I understand what she went through was horrific, but I think she would gain more traction with getting her message out if she was like maybe took a little bit of an altered approach to it. She doesn't care what she says, and maybe that's just because of how she grew up. She hasn't learned that filter, or like she hasn't learned like how to communicate certain things. But what happened to her was horrific, and no one should ever have to go through that. And what's happening to the people in North Korea, no one should have to go through. I just think she'd be more successful in her campaign to spread this information if she maybe just took a different, an alternate approach.
It's quite interesting because while she's telling stories of what she experienced, you're like, this is mental, and then she's gets onto trafficking and exporting of drugs and stuff. You're like, very possible, but how do you know this stuff?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like some of the stuff she gets onto, becomes difficult to believe. I think she needs a structured attack at the North Korean regime, right? But she's saying a lot of stuff that a lot of people won't believe. So maybe first get the message out on the stuff that everyone will believe, and then let all the other stuff start unraveling. And I mean, I've watched a shit ton of documentaries of North Korea, and a lot of the stuff she's saying probably is 100% true, but it's just difficult. It's a difficult message to.
So we're gonna post the top 5 documentaries of North Korea to watch as recommended by Warren King.
The Mole is the number one. The Mole is the number one, bro. You have to start with the Mole.
That is literally the best TV man has ever made. It's amazing.
Yeah, dude, it's actually mind blowing. And then you have to do all the Shane Smith documentaries that he did with Vice, where he goes into North Korea. And then there's so many, dude.
This is not what we're looking for.
No. It's there. Rook, keep going down on the right. You can see the funny Scandinavian looking fella.
Yeah, Mats Brugger. I mean, he literally gave up 10 years of his life to do this. He went undercover for 10 years. He managed to infiltrate the North Korean government and become involved in their negotiations for nuclear weapons, crystal meth, uranium transactions. It's mind-blowing.
It's absurd. And
I'm so surprised he's still alive, dude. I'm so surprised he's still alive. Right? These oaks are so powerful that they can deal in uranium, create nuclear weapons for communist and communist communities. Have one of the biggest drug production rings in the world. They can't kill one Danish guy.
Yeah, dude.
Well, then there was what was that? Was it the Assassins? The one about the 2 chicks who poisoned
his uncle.
That was insane.
I watched that one. That was hectic, bro.
In plain sight, they just go around and put nerve gas in his face.
They convinced them that they were playing a prank for a candid camera thing, and then he just inhaled that nerve gas off her hand, and then she realized that something was up, and then all hell broke loose. She almost got a death penalty in Malaysia.
Damn North Korea.
Yeah, Malaysia don't dick around with that stuff, hey?
Yeah, bro.
North Korea is pretty cool. Yeah, go for it, boy.
No, if there's one thing I've learned from watching Banged Up Abroad, is you don't want to land up in an Asian prison.
Especially not if you're a gringo, my man.
No, bro.
If there's one thing I've learned from Banged Up Abroad.
And you never take a bag that you don't know what the contents are of that
If
bag.
somebody like
The rest of your life will be spent in Bangkok Hilton, bro.
But you'd swear none of the people on Banged Up Abroad have seen Banged Up Abroad. If he says to you, take this package with you and I'll pay you just out of a favor, he's not just trying to be nice to you.
It's like day 2 of nursery school. Don't take a bag from strangers. Please pack your own stuff. Like, you knew this your whole life, they've told you, and you still did it anyway. It's like, I mean, what could be in the bag? What could be in the bag?
No one's giving you, what are those little Russian dolls that stack on top of each other? No one's just giving you that randomly in
someone will come and fetch it from you at the airport.
But don't you love, like,
Say
do
no
you ever
more,
see on
fam.
like Facebook or on Instagram, like people you knew growing up, and they're like, hey guys, anyone traveling to the UK this weekend, I've got a small package that someone will collect at the airport. You have to do nothing on your side. It's like, someone's definitely delving into the drug trafficking scene at the moment.
No thanks.
Yeah, no, bro, you could give me £5,000. I'm not fucking taking your package for you, bro.
My dad has a story like that actually in China, like where he thought for sure that someone was trying to make him a mule, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, dude, he was panicking. He was like the weirdest story. Like he went up, he went down from the hotel, went back, and his bags were gone. And he was like, what the fuck? And he's like, no, your bag's already in the car. My dad was like, whoa, what do you mean, bro? How did you get them out of my room? And then he was like, he said he went up to his room and there was like, he says it looked like bags of like tea leaves or something in it. I was like, that I definitely don't think they were sending weed from China, firstly. Secondly, it was probably just the dude who was next in your room trying to just take a crap or something, dumped his tea leaves there and you panicked. But nevertheless, he made it. But my dad's like pedantic now. You go to the airport, he's like, don't say you packed your own bag. Say someone else packed it, just in case. I'm like, I'm definitely not gonna fucking say that because then they're gonna search me. I don't want to do that. Fuck.
I mean, like, it's such a tough one, right? It's, but also like you watch those guys and they know they've done something wrong, and then they still try and like, they still try and get off, and then they always do this thing like, okay, we found the drugs in your bag. You got an option. You can either plead not guilty, and we'll go to trial. And if you aren't guilty, you'll get off, right? But if you are guilty, you get the death penalty, or you plead guilty now, and we'll just give you the maximum non-death penalty that we can give you.
Yeah,
life in prison. And you're like,
yeah,
okay.
It's not my bag, bro. It's not my bag. Not my bag. I don't even know. I've never even seen this bag.
If it was me, I'd be like, I'm rolling the dice, guys. Like, I'm not guilty. Let's see what happens. Dude, I'd rather be executed than spend the rest of my life in an Asian prison, bro.
Oh, dude. Can you imagine the staph infection, bro? When I was in hostel, actually, we had a book. We had like
that's definitely your biggest worry.
Absolutely. Not some guy raping you every night.
getting shanked for breakfast with a big pen. Dude, when I was in hostel, there was a book called 1,000 Stories of a Bangkok Prison. I think I don't know how popular this book is. I mean, it was just lying there. Literally every dude in the hostel read this book. It was the worst fucking book ever in my life. It still scars me to this day. It's also about a dude like Banged Up Abroad. And he talks about, like, the whole book's like talking about experiences in the prison, whatever. And every like chapter, he mentions this dude who would just like scream at night. And he had this goiter that was like growing on his neck and was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So eventually, like, the one night he was screaming that the guards came and like held him down and like took a knife and cut the goiter open. And he was like explaining, just like worms started coming out of this thing. I was like,
oh
goodness.
Nice.
Just that book scarred me. I was like, I am never being a drug mule ever.
And you know what the crazy thing is? A lot of these guys, they say no, they get thrown in prison and they have to wait for their hearing. Their hearing can take like up to 7 to 8 years to stand up in courts. And then in the hearing, they could be like, not enough evidence, you're released. But you've already spent 7 or 8 years in prison for something that maybe you didn't do. Like, after watching a couple of them, I was like, sweet Thailand, I've seen you. Like,
yeah, I'm all set.
I'm good. I don't need to see you again.
Yeah. Anyways, lads, we've drifted deep into the reeds of Thailand. Nice to have you boys back. Getting ready for some exciting stuff. Good UFC, good jiu-jitsu, getting closer to Sub Kings, Quintet. Things are getting juicy.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh,
Very
I'm
excited.
I'm excited. Thanks,
It's gonna be
boys. Thanks for tuning in, peeps.
Time, man.
We'll chat
See
to
you,
you
bro.
soon. Peace.
Sweet guys. Cheers.